I just want to take a minute to acknowledge the things you don't see behind the scenes, and this is one of them. Just look at her up there, just, she looks kind of terrified. But she's up there because, and her head is, standing up there at such a weird angle because her eyes, for some reason, want to keep popping out of her sockets. So I have a bunch of cloth stuck up in her head to basically apply pressure behind her eyes while the glue dries. And yes, that does mean that there's going to be cloth stuck behind her eyes, but that sounds like tomorrow's problem. So, yeah, for now she's just chilling up there. Kind of looking down over the nursery, kind of terrified up there. Terrified and silently judging. Oh my god. I don't know if you find this hilarious, but I do. Hello, frog fans. I am half blind because I stared directly into the light above my head before I turned the camera on. That might be a potential problem here. There's a little purple dot, like right here. Right here. Oh, sorry, Mr. Frog incense holder that I use as a brush holder because, well, I wanted to buy it, and I told myself if I was going to buy it, I needed a reason for it, so here you go. That's how I justified buying it. Okay, well, we're going to, let's see. Yeah, why not? Let's work on, no, what's your name? Kendall. I was gonna say Kyrie, that's not it. I finished that one a long time ago. Probably even that was over a year ago, wow. Time goes fast when you don't leave your house. Time goes fast when you live under a rock. It's funny, we ate out at a restaurant for the first time in, like, a year or two the other day, and at this restaurant, like, on the wall opposite of where I was sitting, they had, ow! Bad desk, don't bite me. Oh my god. Send help. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they had these 3 TVs, and they had different stuff on all the TVs, but one was a news channel, and they just kept playing different stories, and it had the subtitle, like the caption subtitle on it, and all of it was just like horrible things, like people dying, car crashes, like this footage of fires, and somewhere there was a mass shooting, and you see like the what are they called, the SWAT team coming in, and I'm just sitting there like huge fires billowing out of people's apartments, like maybe not 5, but at least 3 fires, like big fires. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, is this what the news is all the time? This is dark crap. It's kind of interesting. I'm both enthused. Is that a word? I'm both excited and terrified. Like that 1 minute that you poke your little hermit head out of the hole to see what real people do. And you realize realize, oh, yeah, that's right. The world is short. It's been a bit of an eventful. My God, when I learn to English, pigs will fly. Like if I finally learn to talk, that's when, like, one of two things is gonna happen. When I learn to talk, either miracles will happen, world hunger will be solved, there'll be no more wars, or the apocalypse will happen. We'll see which. But, it's not likely to ever happen, so... What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's been an eventful week. Here in the Frogling studio. I say that like it's not just my bedroom. But anyways, for a while I've been working on, just the groundwork of taking custom orders and how my process will work and all the information that people would need and all that. And I opened that opportunity up on Facebook earlier this week, and with 2 spots out to start out with, because that's all the space that I have right now. But for anyone who's interested, I do have a very small wait list, and that's depending on if those people on there are still interested or not when I finish a doll and have more space in the lineup. But I will have more custom spaces available as dolls are finished, because that's how many dolls I have on the go right now is, at that moment, is what dictates how many custom spots I have available, and I was able to fill them both within, like, the first couple hours, so that was nice. I'm now waiting on a McPherson's order with 2 kits to become lovely little custom babies. McPherson's must be busy, because I made the order a couple days ago, and usually, because of how close I am, when I order something, it usually gets here within the next 2 days. But actually, check on my emails. Check on my emails. Good God. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear I was drunk. Like, all the time. Yet, still no shipping. Holy crap. Still no shipping update. Oh my God. They must be very busy. And understaffed, because, the whole pandemic theme bobber. But, that gives me more time to get a couple of these dolls that I'm currently working on out of here. Or at least off of the active painting lineup. I mean, how I determine how many spaces I have for working on dolls is, one, I don't want to take on too many, because then it's going to slow down how fast the dolls get done. But also the amount of physical room I have for the dolls. That was pretty exciting for me to not only fill 2 custom spots so quickly, but to have even more, requests and interest in the custom spots. Like, you never know, like, until you really get into it, you never really know. Like, until you fully talk things out and make agreements, you never really know when talking with people online about dolls if you're actually going to get a sale or an order or not. So for all I know, some of the people that contacted me could end up being leads that go nowhere. But I've got 2 coming soon. And they'll kind of become like the first priority because there's someone actually waiting on them, whereas all the other dolls I have right now are just paint to sell, so doesn't really matter if they're here for a longer amount of time because no one's waiting on them. I'm not too sure where I'm planning to end up with this doll's skin tone. We're just gonna kind of feel it out as it goes. Sometimes I wonder if I have a speech impediment, but then there's other times where I talk completely fine. I have a just full around functioning impediment. I have a life impediment. That's what I have. Is that even the right word, impediment? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Dysfunction, disorder. My life is a disorder. I would say my brain is a disorder, but we've already established that, it's not my brain that's the problem, it's the fact that I don't have one. It left. It went on vacation a long time ago. It doesn't write. Haven't gotten a single postcard. Sometimes I think I take these gags too far. Like, to the point where they start concerning people. There we go, a little head. Okay, and I think we'll get a layer of that on this one, too. Progress on this doll came to a bit of a halt because I did, so when you're working with, like, a lot of, deep building colors, eventually you'll get to a point where, for some reason, the kit just stops accepting the color, basically, where it's like, you're trying to build the color and you're putting on layers of paint, but it's not really changing. And a way to fix that is to, it's a fairly new method that I've been working with. It's not a new method, other artists have been using it, but it's a new method to me. It's just a little bit of thinner with thinning medium and some color. So I did that. I've done that a few times on this doll, but the last layer of it I didn't, I got a little bit stingy with the blending, I think, and I ended up with the dreaded white crusty bits that can sometimes occur with the Genesis mediums. So I had to, take all of that off. And whenever that happens, it always, like, not just that in particular, but whenever I have a setback with a doll, it always makes me want to not work on it as much. I don't know why. So progress on this one slowed down a little bit. But everything's fixed now, and she's all good. Also, I had a couple weeks there where I was focusing on other things, and the dolls kind of fell into the background a little bit, but now I'm back on a normal schedule. I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. She's still got a ways to go, I think. she will be for sale when she's finished. And because she's a kit that's been painted and then stripped and repainted, there are a couple little imperfections, if you want to call it that. So she will definitely be on the much cheaper side for a toddler, so especially for one that has a darker skin tone, because babies with darker skin tones tend to sell for more just because painting them is a longer process in general. And it is something that is actually quite easy to mess up. She's not perfect, but definitely think she can make someone very happy. Insides of those ears and around the ears. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put paint in the ear. Oops. I was looking around on different reborn pages, because, when I'm, scrolling around on my phone, that's what generally pops up. And I saw the coolest doll this morning when I was having breakfast. I can't remember for the life of me the artist, but it was a doll that was supposed to have the skin condition vitiligo, however you want to pronounce it. I know that one of those is probably the proper way. I think it's vitiligo is how you're supposed to say it, but every time I say it that way, someone tries to correct me, so either I'm wrong or they're wrong. We'll see. But it's a skin condition where I think it's pigment isn't present in certain parts of the skin, so they end up with skin that looks like it has different, their skin is colored in different colors in different patches. Look it up. Because I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. But someone painted a doll to look like it has that condition, and I thought it was really cool. Really cool and creative, and it was a really cute baby. It'd be cool to try painting a doll with something like that, but I always hesitate when thinking about making dolls that have different conditions and everything like that, because some people get really offended by it. I'm not too sure why, because it's not meant to make fun of people or to belittle or demean people who have these conditions whatsoever, and I'm not too sure why people get really off-put by it. The one that seems to get a lot of people is the Down syndrome kits. And the way I look at it is it's just inclusivity. I'm not sure why it ruffles people's feathers. I mean, this is an artwork of making dolls that look like real human beings, and real human beings come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and they also occasionally have certain disorders, diseases, stuff like that, conditions that make them look different than how most artists usually paint their dolls. So I think, as an art form that's dedicated to making dolls that look like real children, real people, I think it's just natural to take the art form in the direction of including all walks and lives of people, including those who might have different conditions, disorders, what have you. Like my little brother, he was born with a condition where there's probably like some long scientific name for it, but he had clubbed feet, and something happened when he was growing in utero that had made his feet, instead of, looking like they should, they turned inward, like almost like golf clubs. You could take his legs off and play golf. That's how inverted his feet were. And he needed to have several surgeries, and my mom had to take him to the Children's Hospital in Toronto every, month or so to be seen by doctors and to get surgeries and treatments to correct his feet, or else he never would have been able to walk. And, I think if someone made a doll that had a physical deformity like he had, I think that'd be pretty cool. Hi. Sorry. Alright, well, the camera shut off when I wasn't paying attention, so, but, yeah, you can only watch someone paint for so long, so, I'm hoping to get some more variety and content of videos next week. I've just been a little bit busy, so, oh yeah, there'll be, a video of me unboxing those 2 kits that'll be coming, hopefully, either tomorrow or next week. So, yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Keep living the Frogling's life, and we will see you next time. Say bye, bunny. No? You're not gonna come? I was hoping she'd come up and sniff the camera, because that's what she likes to do, because she's so cute. Love me less, please. Okay, bye.